Don't take me away, depend on my favorite place. I come here to get away, I ship it to get away.
What it is. It's your boy Gravy the Gucci, and I am your hostess with the mostest. I'm back at it with another recap, man. I'm talking about them Ducks today, man. 35-28 win over the Ohio State University yesterday, man. AB's energy was off the charts, so gonna put that in there just so we get that straight. AB's energy had the team. So I was one of those people that wasn't doubting AB, but I just needed to see more, and this is what I needed to see is what they're talking about in practice. Micah Pittman said specifically that AB is in practice. He shows this leadership and this potential, and that is what we've seen on Saturday. Great job by Oregon. No turnovers, man. It's 2 games in a row, no turnovers. I could fuck with that. We got a couple impact players on my behalf. I personally think that AB, with his leadership, his poise, his on the field play was solid too. But I would say the aura of AB was more of what the Ducks needed yesterday. I'm gonna go with CJ Verdell. He had 20 carries, 161 yards, 190 yards in total. He led the receivers. He led the team in receiving yards. So C.J. Verdell was definitely an impact player yesterday. I say Verone McKinley for sure. Verone had a great day. I don't know how many tackles he had, but he was in on a lot of plays. He was on a lot of pass breakups. He was there almost every time the ball was coming to his receiver. Verone McKinley had a great day. I'm going to go with Braden Swinson as well. Noah. For the offense, AB had 17 completions and 35 attempts, if I'm lying or flying, 236 yards and 2 TDs. He also ran for 10 carries and 65 yards. I personally think that an early conversion by AD was a big play, where he trucked the defender with shades of Masoli, to be honest. It was shades of Masoli in the way that he, the willpower to get the first down was there. Like, the line was moving shit, man. Moving shit. That was a big, I told y'all last video, Chris Paul was going to tear them boys a new one, man. It looked like they got the message. Interior, Bass, Forsyth, and Walk. Excellent. I give it an A+. Stephen Jones had himself a redemption game. I give him a B+ on that. I give left tackle. Who the fuck is the left tackle? George Moore. I give George Moore a B+ also. I said we were going to see more motions and crosses. We've seen a lot more motions by Spencer, the tight ends, to get in the blocking position. Also with getting across the field to, get over to those flats and whatnot. I think one thing we need to do offensively wise, just to get better, and this is just my opinion, is do away with the pistol. It's not really, we don't got a lot of plays with it that anymore, so there's not too much in there. But what I've seen personally is that the pistol takes too long to get the ball to the running back, and somebody else pointed this out where we should just go under center for all that, like give them some more minutes, because the line, they're blocking, but yesterday they were blocking potential draft picks, so there's going to be plays where they're not going to be able to hold up for 3-4 seconds and run blocking, so, and that's how long it takes with the pistol. Tom Snee had a great game. He continues to impress me with his punting abilities. I had a good feeling when they recruited Tom Snee that he was going to turn out to be pretty good, and here he is. That punt, first quarter maybe, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was first quarter, where he hit it inside the 10. That was great. I was really impressed by that. I haven't seen that by an Oregon punter in a while. Defensive wise, we Held them motherfuckers 600 empty yards, man. All the Oregon fans, anybody come at you talk about we gave up 600 yards, they was empty. They scored 28 points on 600 yards. No one cares. CJ Stroud was 35 of 54 for 484 yards and an INT and 3 touchdowns. They were under 30% under 50% on third down, and they were 2 for 5 on fourth down. So, like I just said before, that's empty stats. You can't do much better than that on defense. Defense without 2 of its top 5 players, so you can't ask much more. Michael Wright had a great game. All 3 receivers was over 100, I think. So you know they was gonna get off. There's not much we could do. We had to stop the run. We did that to win the game. D line was very impressive. Dorless shined especially. Swinson shined especially. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that Keon Ware-Hudson had a great game too, just being a stalwart. Him and Popo just holding up, not getting any of the credibility, but just doing their thing in there and not giving up, because when you're not getting any of the shine, is sometimes you start to take plays off and stuff like that, and it didn't happen last game. I like that. I personally think the secondary was boosted by the return of Jamal Hill and DJ James, very much tremendously so. Without them, we would have been relying on a bunch of, not going to say, inexperience. We would have been relying on a couple people that don't have much game time. DJ James has played in some big games. He's played in the Rose Bowl and stuff like that. So he's got time behind Diamador Lenore. He's almost pushing for that spot last year. So our defense is great because we have now transformed to the type of defense that we 11 has to the ball. We're not giving up. If one person make an arm tackle, the next person not, and that shows tremendous progress. Next, we're gonna get into my key plays. AB trucking a defender. He did it twice, but the second time he did it, he got up and popped his shit, man. And that's what I like to see. When you pop your shit, man. Pop your fucking shit. I've been waiting to see that shit. Like, it shades of Jeremiah, like I said, Masoli. Pop your shit, man. Get up and pop your shit. Don't let nobody stop it. Ignore it. Bridges pass deflection on 1st and 15 in the red zone. That right there set the tone for the rest of the drive. I knew from that point on they weren't going to score a touchdown. That set the precedent for the rest of the players to know we're not supposed to allow any points. This is our house. This is not the shoe. This is the Autzen. CJ's 77, and I say this one especially for last, man, because how could you not just it just jumped out. Just 1 minute he's in the hole, next minute he's in the clear, and we winning this thing, baby. We on. Okay, now we're gonna talk about, or I'm gonna talk about the things I'm most excited to see at first Sony Book, and we're gonna wrap it up. The new players or backups. Go. Players that really don't get any playing time. Because I'm excited to see players like Christian Williams, more backups get shine, like Nate Hukalani, who he didn't play. I don't think he played tremendous, but I'm excited to see him get some growth. Him and Keith Brown and Jackson LeDuc, if he's thrown in there. Anyways, I'm just excited to see the new players. Offense, I'm excited to see. After we get to a certain point in the Mario Cristobal era, he likes to get to a certain point before he throws his backups in. So we need to get to probably like 40 points while they're not scoring. We need to get to 40 points while they're not scoring, get the backups in. I'm excited to see players like Dante Thornton. We seen Troy a little bit last game. I'm excited to see players as Chris Hudson gets some more run because we've seen him in the first game. He's got some skill. He just needs to get more targets and whatnot. I think they're gonna throw 7 in there, 7 Benson and Carwell. Most likely get the other 2 starters some rest. We got this. It's an easy game. It's Stony Brook, man. We need to get more players in and get our starters some rest. So I'm excited to see our younger players and some players that haven't got no shine really get some shine and produce, because I'm expecting them to produce and not just buckle under pressure, or it shouldn't be any pressure. The development of the offense. I'm excited to see Joe Moorhead's scheme take its effects and to see more things opening up, because even after Ohio State, I don't think we've seen everything. And we didn't show too much because you still got the whole rest of the season now. If we beat this team, we can become a playoff team. Now we're in the hopes of becoming a playoff team. We can't have shown everything just yet, So I'm excited to see the line getting some chemistry, just as we've seen in the last game, because we've seen with that group with Lemieux, Hansen, Throckmorton, and Panay, and the rest of those guys. We've seen what they could do. So I'm excited to see the line get couple more games in them till we're the point where they move and stuff and being in that conversation as well of those guys. Because we got a lot of, if you think about it, we got a couple older people, so the pride factor of being a unit should start to kick in the line. I'm excited to see AB get more control over the offense in terms of mastering the reads more. He hasn't made any mistakes so far, so you want to see him continue to not make those mistakes while adding things to his game. Receivers developing. I want to see our receivers start to get more separation, especially since we just went against Ohio State DBs. So the next couple games should be kind of cupcake for them. You know what I'm saying? We should be burning DBs next couple games, to be honest. Shouldn't be nothing, especially for our second and third string. I'm excited to see the defense just take shape, because if you're a fan like me, if you're a fan since the Chip Kelly, Rich Brook days, we always been a good, stout offensive team that we got our offense going, but our defense just bend but not break. But now we got a defense, a real SEC-type defense, and I'm excited about that because that's how you get to the playoffs. That, to be honest, that's like they say, defense wins championships, man. Takeaways. We need to get more takeaways in this Tim DeRuyter defense. I had planned to drop a video on Tim DeRuyter's defense a while ago, but I never dropped it. But yeah, this is a defense that creates a lot of pressures, and that with that pressure, we're hoping to get takeaways. So next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to see a lot of takeaways. That about wraps it up, man. It's your boy Gravy the Gucci, and I am your hostess with the mostest. We are out.
Don't take me away, depend on my favorite place. I come here to get away, I ship it to get away. I'm a trap holic.